Welcome back to my channel. This is Engineer Giacomo, and today I am upgrading a Dell All-in-One 2020. I got off eBay. I got it for like $60 and $20 shipping, and nobody really was interested in it. It's kind of weird. Still a pretty decent computer. It came with 500 gigabyte solid state drive, 4 gigabyte of RAM, and Windows 10 installed. No power adapter. I had one from a Dell laptop, one of the old Dell laptop, but you can always buy them on eBay. Make sure the plug and the wattage match, and for like 15 bucks. The knockoffs, the original Dell, are like 20 something. Anyway, the other thing I want to mention, to clone my machine, I'm going to use a solid state drive I got off eBay. It's a NetAC. I really didn't hear much of that brand until recently, and it cost me only $15 for 128 gigabyte solid state. That's all I really need in space for this machine. And then I'm using a dongle here to plug in my USB drive, my drive into any USB port and do the cloning process. This was actually free with an hard drive I got from Walmart, a PNY. It's technically a kit. You get the hard drive for 500 gigabyte, the dongle, and the software. I think is the, I keep forgetting, the Acronis is the disk creator or something like that. The Acronis, you got to download, go online, register with a little code inside the package, and you get a free version. It worked pretty well. But here I'm using the AIO Backupper standard. So anyway, let me get started. I'm gonna open the machine, install the RAM and the hard drive after my cloning process is done. So first cloning, then open it and do the installation. Today I'm doing a quick upgrade of a Dell 2020 all-in-one. Is a computer. It's a desktop computer, but it's all-in-one. So my computer is built in with a screen, and I'm doing an upgrade to a solid state drive. That's only 120 gigabyte, but the price is ridiculous. I think I paid like $15. The original hard drive is a regular hard drive, 500 gigabyte. I don't need that much space. I'm barely going to be using. It's basically to surfing, checking email. I can always use a USB key for run out of space, but can beat this one for I think like $15 on eBay. And I the only problem with one, I returned it. The other 3 or 4 I got it are pretty good. They do have the 100, I think 240. It's like around $25, but 120 is all I need. They have 160 to my knowledge, or 180. Just a little more money, but I was happy with the price. Then I got a kit of RAM. This one used actually a DDR3 1600 megahertz. I got a kit 2.4 gigabyte. I already popped it in, but I'm gonna show you to do it, make sure it works. It's a DDR3 1600 megahertz PC3 in eBay. I got this one for like 24 bucks. It's worth it because between the solid state drive and the memory, this thing, it was pretty good as it is, with 4 gigabyte of RAM and with this regular traditional hard drive, mechanical. So anyway, let's take it apart. I already started. So there is a little lid here. There's the only actually screws you have to take apart on those new all-in-one. Same with HP to my knowledge. You go with this, you slide this thing, the little clip retaining this cover. There is 4 screws, I already removed it. Those are the screws. So we'll need a Phillips screwdriver. So only 4 screws holding the back cover. That's it. I took them out already. They already are all my screws I took out. Then the cover pops open pretty easily. I use the same screwdriver. That's a 4, I don't know why I call it 4-in-1. Is it really a 6-in-1? Because once you take the bits off, you can use those for other type of screws. Anyway, that's from Harbor Freight, $2. That's the only tool I need. So I already took the 4 Phillips. Now I'm prying open here the lid. The back lid is all together by just clamps. So we get it out. Now that's where the 4 screws were actually mounted, is the hard drive holder. hard drive already removed. That's right here, my 500, and no issue with the hard drive, just slow. 500 gigabyte hard drive. There is four. First, there is one there. Yeah, one there, two, and three screws holding the hard drive in place. You can see it right there. So one there, one there. That's only one 2020. So then this slide out, and there is of course your hard drive mounted with four screws on the side, ready to go. Those are the screws from the hard drive. I remove it, and then I'm ready to pop my solid state drive. Like I say, of course it can go only one way, so there is foolproof. I will use some mounting tape to just mount. I don't know if I'm mounted to the cover of the screen. I'm on this side. I can actually leave it dangling. Honestly, it's not, a laptop's gonna be shaking around a lot. It's nowhere to go. It's fully encased. So actually I might just, we're gonna hear a little noise. That's the only problem I don't like. So I'm on the side what to do. Mounting tape to the screen. It's not that hot anyway. I mean, just don't want to cover my number on it. So anyway, let me go with that. And the RAM is already in. To change the RAM is very easy. A little cover held by a screw. You take the screw out, push it back. There is instruction there. You see the little arrow pointing to the screw, and I think there is the instruction say RAM on it and how to remove it. Wow, pretty detailed. I guess you make it user friendly to upgrade. So, and of course, you know, the two little clips, your RAM will pop out once then you push it, take it out, push it back in, make sure and match. You know, the little, cannot really put other type of RAM. Each type of RAM has its own little slots. So that's it. I got 8 GB of RAM. Solid state drive is going in right now. Let's see if I can do it one hand. I did it already. I don't have my little tripod with me. Okay. The drive is in. Now we can put back my cover. It's pretty, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I can just put the cover like that. I mean, I might put a little piece of foam to hold it in place. Let me do that. Yeah, it's better. I don't want to mount it. Just put foam to hold it in place. Anyway, I couldn't find my foam. You know, I have so much of it. I normally in my car, but my car is so full of stuff. I had some cardboard and the mounting tape, same thing. I have all roll. Just when you have so much stuff, I need to rearrange my tools. Anyway, I used this. This was in a packaging of fluorescent tubes, LED fluorescent tube I used for another video. And I'm just cut off some of it so it would fit, kind of measure it with the casing, so that there is room for the hard drive to be in. And I cut off a little bit. So this made of cardboard. It's very resistant. I don't expect any moisture. I will, let me see here. Yeah, I'll probably just do it like this, so my hard drive stays in place. Let's see if it fits. At measure, it should fit. That's how my cover goes. It can really mess up. It can go only one way because the screws are so it clips, slide in. Yeah. Now I'm gonna screw back the 1, 2, 3 screws. Don't forget that's important because that's my holder for the legs too. So the legs are actually mounted. The leg is actually mounted there. So let me get together, put the cover on the RAM, put the screws back on, and then I show you the final product, and then we're gonna test it. Okay. So we got it. Let me screw those things back on, and we're gonna put the leg and the back cover. My screws are back together. As you can see, those the 3 screws holding the hard drive cover with the SSD now inside, and I put the memory RAM cover. Since I'm here, I took already 2 screws off holding the fan. I saw a little dust and I want to make sure. It's always a good thing to do. You never know where the computer came from, especially used. It's not the first time when I open it and I found on laptops also a bunch of hair. So this one is actually pretty good. But since it's open, yeah, you see, a nice little brush. If you have one of those canisters with a, they call it compressed air, which really is not, but it's fine. And I will brush just gently the fan blades, and that's it. And then put it back together, and we're ready for the reassembly. It was only 4 screws for the leg, and everything else snaps in place.